Hi, I'm Brian with Red Doe Toys. Today we're going to be building a sandbox with a cover that folds out into 2 bench seats. To build this you're going to need 2 1x8 planks, 6 1x4 planks, and a 2x4, all in 8-foot lengths. The specific cuts you need are on the cut list, which you can find in the description below, and you can have all those cuts made either yourself at home or you can have them made at the store when you buy the lumber. Alright, so we're going to start by laying out our main frame. We've got 2 47.5-inch lengths, 2 46-inch lengths. We're going to inset the shorter pieces 3/4 of an inch on each side to create what is basically a 46-inch square. And that's going to be the basic frame of our sandbox. We're going to have a 3/4 inch inset on each side, like that. So now we're going to drill our pilot holes. Okay, so what we've done is we took our tape measure, we measured our 3/4 inch inset, and then what I've done is I've taken my pencil and I've marked a line across both pieces. So if I have that line lined up, then I know that I've got my pieces aligned the way I need them. So I'm going to take my drill, going to get it pretty well centered. I'm going to drill my pilot hole, back my drill bit out. Go ahead and come down here and just sink the second one. Alright, so now we are going to sink our screws using our pilot holes that we just drilled. And we drill the pilot holes so that, number one, our screws will go in straight, and so the wood's less likely to split when we put our screws in. Should mean that our sandbox holds together nice and straight and pulls together nice and tight. We are going to start affixing the first part of the cover, which will also serve as a bench. So we're taking our 1x4 pieces, which have to be screwed directly into the frame that we just built, and so we're going to sink our screws. I've already pre-drilled pilot holes using the these are the same screws we've been using. So we're going to install our next piece. We're spacing these a 1/2 inch apart, so I'm just laying my tape across, measuring. The 1x4s are each 3.5 inches wide once they're cut. So we're going to measure a 1/2 inch over and set our next piece. And now we're going to drill our pilot holes for our screws. Alright, now to do the other side. Alright, so we're going to start assembling our bench, and so we need to affix our armrests to our seat. Measured in a 1 1/4 inch inset. You need to leave at least 1 inch. I'm leaving 1 1/4 inch just for a little extra room. Going to drill pilot holes and sink some more screws. So we've gotten our armrests attached to our first board. We're going to screw down our second board now. We want to maintain that same 1/2 inch gap between the 2 plates. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure, and that's exactly a 1/2 inch. So we will drill our pilot holes and then sink our screws. So we're going to build our seat backs. We've got our 1x4 planks laid out, our long 2x4 pieces that are going to hold our seat backs up. We're going to check for our 1/2 inch spacing. Make any adjustments we need to make. Alright, now we're going to attach our hinges. As you can see, we've got our seats and our seat backs laid out here. So this is what your sandbox will look like when it's fully closed. And now we're going to start by attaching our hinges. And then we'll do the other side. Alright, we're ready to attach our hinges to our back. We're going to start by attaching our hinges to the actual seat back, and then we'll attach them to the seat base. Down here, and we'll attach our other bracket. Now we're going to attach our hinges to our seat base. So now we're fixing our hinges to the base of our seat. As you can see, we've already gotten this first screw attached. We're going to get these last two. If you get the hinge joint right on this edge, you'll get the proper spacing when you have the top folded in. So we're going to sink these screws. And then we'll do the same for the other side. And we're going to sink our last screws here. And now, there you have it, it closes. Now it's time to add some handles so the kids can open and close it. Some simple pulls here that we're going to attach to our seat back supports. Alright, well, as you can see, we have our sandbox finished now. We have our benches that fold in and out as a handy cover for it. Now for finishing, you can stain this, seal it like you would a deck, or you can paint it. This one's actually going to get painted. And then put it out in your yard, fill it with, regular play sand. If you're concerned about weeds, you can line the bottom with some landscaping fabric, perhaps staple it into place if you want to ensure that it stays in the ground, and then fill it with sand. But there you have it. It's fairly simple. Little sandbox, good for kids of all ages. If you have any additional questions, please leave them in the comments. You can find links to the plans and cut list for building this project in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.